Hello, it's 8 p.m. on September 14, 2019. Welcome to the weather update. We have just a couple of showers across our area today. Quite a gray, cloudy day for the most part. A little sun in the morning, the clouds quickly rolled in, and temperatures have been in the low and mid 70s across our area. Let's take a look and see what it's like right now at Farmingdale. 72, the dew point is 65, and we've had some gusty south winds throughout the day. So it hasn't been that uncomfortable, but it is a little humid out there. Not tremendously humid, but it's enough. It's good enough to feel it at least. Let's see if it's any worse in times. The temperature is the same, 73, but the dew point is a lot higher at 73. So, before we go and look at the models, let's talk about what's going on in the tropics because we now have a new tropical storm, and that is Tropical Storm Humberto. The maximum sustained winds are 50 miles an hour right now. Maximum sustained winds are 50 miles an hour here. And this is the track here that we have for Humberto. Looks like it's going to go north of the Bahamas and then recurve out to sea. It might affect Bermuda, and it is going to become a hurricane once it makes that right turn. But the good news is that it's going to be going out to sea. So that's the good news. Let's take a look at this on Tropical Tidbits and take a look and see what it looks like on the satellite. Very disorganized looking, still extremely disorganized looking. Very, very disorganized looking. So, not right now. It's kind of just very weak and very disorganized, very scattered convection. But it could, as it moves north into that Gulf Stream, it might strengthen a little more. You can see some convection off the coast of California too. Not California, Florida. South Florida, you can see here, southwest Florida, some intense convection too. But as far as our weather goes, let's take a look and see what the models are going to do with Humberto. You will see here on the GFS that it does strengthen it, but then it takes it out to sea. So that's the fortunate thing. This high builds down and actually pulls the high down, and we have some nice weather, it looks like. And I'm not going to go any further than that. You could kind of see that the ridge kind of comes back a little bit, but I'm not really going to go too much in the long range on this weather update. Let's go to regions, and I want to take a look at Humberto and take a look. Well, we're going to look at some of the other sites for that. I actually prefer using windy.com for that. So let's take a look at our weather and see what's going to be happening over the next couple of days to the next week or so throughout this week. So first, we're going to look at the temperatures as we go into tomorrow. And the temperature's still going to be up there. Probably going to get a little warmer, low 80s, a little bit above normal, upper 70s, low 80s. Monday starts to cool off with that front coming through. Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, and Friday. It looks like we could have some nice weather as far as the temperatures go. Then things start heating up again by next weekend. Sunday, you see temperatures are back into the 80s. Could be hot on the 23rd. I'm dreading this again. This could be a heat wave here. So just in time for fall, after the first day of fall, it gets hot. That's what the GFS thinks anyway. But that is the long range and subject to change. Hopefully it will, because we really don't want that kind of weather here. Again, I've had enough of it the whole summer. The summer can't end soon enough. Let's take a look at the dew points here. So here you go for tomorrow. You could clearly see that front coming through, and it's slowly moving through, and it gets a little hung up there. We have to wait for a much stronger push of dry air to come in on Tuesday, and that'll bring us some nice weather. Wednesday and Thursday as well, we should have low dew points, and then the dew points start creeping up by Friday and into next weekend with that next batch of hot air that's going to be bothering us. So now we will go and look at the sky conditions. See if we can get rid of these clouds. So for tomorrow, looks like it hangs the clouds around. Unfortunately, it does clear them out maybe by evening, but then we have more clouds for Monday. We have to wait until Tuesday, and we can finally maybe get rid of these clouds and have a clear day on Tuesday, and maybe Wednesday too, and maybe Thursday. We'll have to see if it lasts that long. And then we'll be dealing with more heat again with more clouds again later on in the period. We'll look at the NAM now and see if the NAM has any, because the NAM is a little, more resolution when it comes to the clouds, the cloud cover. So we'll see if we can lose this cloud cover. So indications by the late afternoon, maybe 1, 2 o'clock, maybe we can finally get rid of those clouds, especially western half of Long Island, New York City on north and west. perhaps we can get rid of the clouds and have some clear skies. And then for Monday, we could see more clouds, but then you can see them push to the south of us. There, I'm curious to look at the dew points and see, because the NAM again is high resolution, so you can see the dew points. So let's back it up for tomorrow. And you can see those high dew points, and you see that dry air try to get in and give us some relief. I don't think you're going to see relief in Jersey too much from the high dew points, but on Long Island, there will be dew points drop a little bit, and it should be a little more comfortable, especially by the late afternoon, early evening hours. That really just a very light north wind, and there'll probably be a sea breeze on the south shore too, weak sea breeze, and then we finally get that relief that we want so badly from the humidity, because it is September now. I'm tired of it. I'm really tired of it. So let's go to windy.com and take a look at the euro and see what it's going to do with Humberto as far as the wind field goes. So we're looking at sustained winds here, steady winds. Let's take a look at 5 p.m. Sunday. You see it starts to strengthen. It starts to strengthen it tomorrow as it gets over that warm water and away from the Bahamas. You got to remember the Bahamas is shallow water there, so we're seeing sustained winds around 50 miles an hour. So it could strengthen a little more, maybe up to 60 miles an hour. And let's go and look at 5 p.m. on Monday. And then you can see it's making that right-hand turn, 5 p.m. Tuesday. You can see it strengthens, though, but unfortunately it's out in the open water. But you can see we have some strong winds here. And let me just move this to wind gusts so you get an idea. So this could be a hurricane at this point. The winds are definitely in the hurricane threshold here for Wednesday. And you can see it could wind up hitting Bermuda. And then it goes out. So, and then look at that. Wow, we see the white on the map. So we could have this 107. This could be a monster as it gets toward Bermuda. So again, the conditions are very favorable. Luckily, it stays in the middle of the ocean. But again, very warm waters. Very good conditions for this storm to intensify. As we see, see if I can go all the way out to Friday here. So let's see where it winds up. Could it wind up hitting the poor folks in Nova Scotia again? Friday, I don't know if it's going to go out as far enough Saturday. Yeah, it kind of keeps it south of Nova Scotia. Still look at these strong winds. These storms just hold together. I mean, look, this is Sunday now. This thing is out over, who knows, this thing might wind up hitting Europe. This might hit, the remnants of this might wind up hitting the United Kingdom. We saw that before with Ophelia. So let's just back up to now, or Sunday at 5 p.m. We'll back it up to here, and we'll again look at it. What it looks like, what it'll look like tomorrow. These are the maximum winds, highest wind 73. So I think this thing could be on the verge of becoming a hurricane. Possibly Humberto could be a hurricane by Sunday night into Monday. But fortunately, it goes out to sea. But there will be some coastal effects. But fortunately, this thing goes out to sea. And hopefully doesn't bother anyone except the fish and the ships going through. Hopefully the ships are wise enough to avoid sailing through this thing, because it could be a monster once it gets out there. So that's going to wrap up this weather update. Take care, and thank you for watching.